Hey guys, so we are, we made it to week one. So I'm doing a recap of my week of pretty much what I've gone through, um, and everything with my surgery, through basically like my survival of week one and everything. Um, my surgery was on Tuesday, and you guys can see there's the cute little puppy pup right over there and stuff. My surgery was on Tuesday. I had gone down there. I was supposed to be there at 10 o'clock. My surgery was supposed to be at 1 o'clock. There was, I guess, an issue that happened with the prior surgery. I ended up not being able to get my surgery done until 5. So at this point, by the time that I came out, I was still under anesthesia, even though I was awake, but it was still kind of sort of lingering in my body. And so they made the choice to go ahead and send my dad home, who had been the person that was going to be picking me up and taking me home and stuff. And so this literally was the first time I had ever been away from my dog. My dog has always come with me. My dog has always stayed overnight wherever I went, but I can't have her with me. And this little poochie poo, hold on right there, little girl, this little poochie poo right here, she survived. She did good without me and stuff like that. She missed me terribly and stuff like that, and she was just like, hurry up and come home already. I was very worried because literally I was like, okay, I hope that they bring her in and not keep her outside all night long, which they did. They brought her in my room, so that was cool. And I was like, oh Lord, I hope that they feed her, because I didn't really give a lot of instructions on, because I was never anticipating that to happen. And by the time that I had kind of cut out of surgery, my dad was already home. So yeah. But yeah, she was fed and she survived and everything was good and stuff like that. So, but my mama heart was really hurting right there and stuff, because that was literally like the first time I was ever without her. So in that event, I had my surgery. I woke up and they had this very, very odd, like, it's like, you know how you go to the dentist and they have that suction in your mouth, and they have the water going, and the suction is basically taking all the water so you don't like die from drowning and everything. And they have this weird thing, because I did not have a Foley catheter in me. I had it in while I was doing the surgery, but after that I did not. So it's basically a pad, and the pad has a suction kind of just like that. So when you go to the bathroom, it basically like puts that into the urinary bag and stuff. I can't think of what it's called. But it very weird technology and stuff. I've never seen that before in my entire life, but it was very, very interesting. And since I was still on my anesthesia, they were not able to walk me to the bathroom to have me go. So they basically just put that on me and was like, you're gonna have to go in the bed, which I'm like, I don't do these things. I'm not sure. My brain was telling myself that I don't know if I could do this. It literally took me 4 hours to go to the bathroom, and I finally did. And they were, thank God, because they were really monitoring to make sure that I went and stuff. Of course, they have to do their jobs as well. And then, of course, I woke up in the morning. You're not really sleeping very well in the hospital, because they come in an awful lot to check your blood pressure, your vitals, make sure everything's good. But they did really, really good. All the nurses at City of Hope were amazing, amazing people. And I am very grateful, because they were just very spot on and helped me in so many ways and stuff. They were very like cautious with me. They were like, here, let me help you. They helped me get up the first time. When I went to go to the bathroom in the real bathroom stall, and I then had to go ahead and walk 2 laps around the nurse's station and stuff. And pretty much at that point, if I could go to the bathroom on my own and if I could walk around 2 times, I was pretty much good to go. I was able to have breakfast over there. I did end up getting like cream of wheat and eggs, like scrambled eggs, because I didn't want it to be something too heavy or anything, but they had full options of anything I wanted to eat. And then I saved a blueberry muffin for kind of towards lunch because I wasn't really sure, like, you know, I kind of eat like very minimal and stuff, you know, I didn't want to overdo it. And not only that, you know, you have all that pressure on your stomach from everything that just happened. So you're not really wanting to eat a lot and stuff. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. So I then ended up being released. I went ahead and got dressed on my own, which I was like, yes, this is awesome. I was able to do all these things and stuff. Look at this cute little girl. She's so cute. Yes, she is. So I ended up going and they wheeled me down. My dad came and picked me up. I had him take my car because I have an SUV, so it's a little bit higher in the seats. And I knew I was going to have a hard time trying to get in a lower car and everything. So for any of you guys that are attempting to go ahead and get this surgery done, that is a definite must. Make sure that you have like a little bit where you have that boost and you're not in a smaller car and stuff, because that's probably going to take a lot of toll on your tummy. Now, y'all talked about the pillow for your stomach while you're driving and everything, and a lot of amazing tips of things that were super high up on the list of things that you need and everything. I did attempt to bring a pillow, but when my dad went home, he took it back inside. So when he came to pick me up the next time, I did not have that pillow. But honestly, I actually didn't need it. So it was okay. I don't know why I have not ever needed it. I didn't need it when I was getting up the first time. I did kind of hold my stomach, so I didn't feel like this big ol' like barrel of stomach coming down on my incisions and everything. But you know, all in all, I did pretty well. So I pretty much survived that. I ended up in the car. I felt every turn, every bump. Like my stomach would fly left and my car would be going right, you know, and it was just, I felt everything. That would be probably the only thing, I guess, maybe that the pillow would be cushioning. I'm not really sure. I really wish I did have the pillow, but either way, you know, I survived. By the time I came home, my dad had like a lentil soup waiting for me, so that was awesome. I just basically got up to only go to the bathroom. Again, since I never really thought about using the damn pillow, I did all this stuff cold freaking turkey and basically just kind of got up on my own, and I've been, you know, surviving with no survival skills, which is awesome because I have not died yet, so that's really, really cool. And so I ate the lentil soup the first day I came back. So, of course, when you go to eat things, you have to really like take in mind and consideration that you have a lot of pressure, a lot of gas buildup from when they put all the gases in your body to do the surgery. So, of course, Gas X is your best friend. And that has probably been the most amazing thing that I have had and stuff. And I know that these are very taboo things to talk about, but you know what? Look, it happens. We fart. And especially when we have a surgery that puts gas in us, it's going to happen. So just making sure that, you know, you have that like pressure, you want to alleviate that because it is a lot of buildup and you want to make sure that that is not there. So I did okay. I think you know, I just kind of slept a lot the first day and didn't really do much of anything. Day 2, kind of sort of the same thing, but I was up and about. I would get up to go to the bathroom. I got up to go to the kitchen. I didn't feel any pain, which was so awesome. In this whole entire week, I've had very minimal pain. I think the only thing was the other day when I had a headache. That was the closest thing to, just me not really feeling well and stuff. So I'm not really sure where that came from. Maybe it was I didn't drink enough water, which, I don't really drink a lot of water, and I really got to work on that and stuff, but we're getting there. We're getting there. As far as it goes, or at least I was not really eating a lot, so I had like a sandwich 2 days in a row. Basically, I ate half of a sandwich. Well, like half of a half. So that would be a normal size of a sandwich. I had about that much of it. So yeah. And then, of course, this cute little puppy right here. She's like, hurry up, I want to play. But yeah, so she's been doing really good. She has only stepped on me one time, and that was yesterday, which I was like, I was very kindly, gently moving her quickly to the side. That was the only thing. I do have still my bruises. You can see right there, I've got my bruise right there from the IV, and then a small one that's probably almost gone right there. And then I guess they strap you in, so I do have like some weird mark right there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but anyways, I've been doing really good. Saturday, I did my first walk. I walked with my brother and sister-in-law because they wanted to make sure that I, was stable and, had no problems, and walked down to the stop sign and back. That hurt, being like walking the first time, because I'm on actual concrete, and that was very, very weird, very, very awkward. I could feel my muscles burning. I did do it on Sunday. I'm trying to keep up with that. Of course, again, I said Monday I wasn't feeling good. And then today I went ahead and I went down and I did 10 extra steps. I went down to the stop sign. Y'all got to see that if you got to see it on my shorts. I went down that ways and went across and walked back up and everything, so that was really, really good. I feel a little bit more energized. I was able to, I was wanting to see, because I have a Starbucks gift card, and I wanted to see if I could, I'm not driving, but I had my dad drive me, and I wanted to see how I felt in the car and stuff. I actually felt pretty good. I was in the car, and he drove me over to Starbucks, and I got him a Starbucks for being nice enough to take me and stuff. So yeah, and then I drank that. But basically lately, the last couple of days, my meals have been from Chipotle. I ended up getting the Chipotle bowl with chicken, and that pretty much has lasted, one bowl lasted 3 meals, and then this last time I got another bowl because I still had enough on the gift card, and they had a free extra protein, and so I got extra chicken on there, so that actually lasted me 4 meals. So that's pretty awesome. And then I had the other half of the bagel sandwich that I had made the other day. So I really don't eat a lot. For breakfast yesterday and this morning, I had half of a bagel sandwich, which was 2 eggs, which I guess would be like 1 egg because I cut it in half, and then a slice of cheese, and then turkey and ham on an everything bagel. And I cut that in half. I had 1 half yesterday for breakfast, 1 half this morning for breakfast. I was able to drink my coffee, so that's fine. And then lunch and dinner, I had probably about a fourth, which I guess would like be about this much of the bowl of that chicken Chipotle bowl. I don't know what you call it, but anyways, it's basically a burrito-less burrito, or tortilla-less burrito. Yeah, but anyways, so that's pretty much my journey on week 1. I feel like I'm doing really, really good. I've only had the Motrin maybe like 4 times this week, so not that much. Basically, I finally got rid of some of the pressure. That has been really cool to finally have gotten rid of that. I do still have to take the stool softener and stuff because I just want to make sure I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I've was able to take a shower a couple times this week, so that was good. Trying not to overdo it because I just don't, want to like injure or tear my stitches in any way and stuff. And it's been a journey, but I still have 5 more weeks to go, and I'm really hoping that I can just get stronger and stronger each time. I'm hoping that this week I have some goals that I want to be able to do. I'm really hoping for the opportunity to be able to maybe walk around the whole like circle block of my, like go down the stop sign, go down to the next little street, make my way around. But I think that's going to take a little bit, but I'll try and get there and stuff. We'll see. And then eventually I want to be able to walk down the like how every city has their own little like main street and stuff like that. I want to be able to see if I can go down to Glendora's little like street on Glendora Avenue and see if I could just walk down there. Like I said, I haven't gone out to any places or done anything major. So I think the closest thing I did was be able to get in the car for about like not even 5 minutes. Just because the Starbucks is literally right around the corner from my house. And stuff. But all in all, I did great. And for all of you guys that are praying for me, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I want to say, for anyone that is on this journey with me or are about to go on this journey, many, many, many prayers for you guys. I know that this affects a lot of women, and I never really realized it or even contemplated it because you do get gaslit very much in the medical and stuff like that. I was raised pretty much from the age of 17 with polycystic ovarian syndrome, so just the sheer knowledge of like, whatever, we know you're never gonna have kids or have a hard time having kids and stuff like that. So you kind of just take those things for just like, okay, whatever, it is what it is and stuff. So I always just kind of managed and just suffered through and didn't really say too much of anything. But once I was diagnosed with endometriosis, just the sheer pain for all y'all that have been living with this for years, you guys are my hero, because to have to go through that for longer than I have, that's just amazing. Much love, mad props, because I had been just dealing with this since December of last year. So I've only had to deal with this for 1 year, and that's pretty much it. So for any of you guys that have had to go through this for longer than I have, major, much love to you guys, and many, many prayers to know that you guys have had to suffer through and be kind of like gaslit and told that, oh, it's just period pain, you're fine, you'll get past it. No, it's not. It is not just period pain. It is torturous pain that happens, and sometimes it happens every single day. And it is just, it's hard to go through. So if you have a significant other, if you have a family member, a sister, a mom, an aunt, anyone that is going through this, be kind, be courteous, send them love, give them prayers, do what you got to do, and stuff like that, to be there in support. All right, y'all have a blessed day. I'm going to go to bed and Much love to everyone. All right, bye.